So this is a good example of a machine that I am going to scrap. Let's talk about it. Now some people might want to go through the trouble of cleaning out a vacuum that sucked up a bunch of wet crap. I've done that over the years. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of labor, and honestly on something this old, it's not really worth it. That's definitely what the owner of this thing did. You can see in the brush chamber how dark that is, and I've already opened or looked at the other side here. Brush roll can be cleaned off. That's not a big deal, but all this stuff that they sucked up, that's gone all throughout the system. Now, another troubling thing that happened with this unit, and you can actually see it here. See all that white stuff? It looks like drywall dust. The filter is saturated in it. And of course, the cyclones are too. That filter's not going back in there. Let's have a look at something else. Got the other filter over here. These are always kind of annoying to get off. That's not a good sign either. It's gotten into the motor. And we'll leave this off too. Put the cover back on at least. But wait, it gets better. Look at that. They were using the wand to pick up stuff. Not good, and you can see it going in there too. And as these things get older, they need a little bit more help with getting that latch to sit upright. By the way, the power switch, that doesn't work anymore, so it's just always on. But listen to how the motor is. This is what happens when you suck up drywall dust. You hear that? You hear how it's kind of really high pitched towards the end there? Now, it was a lot worse when both of those filters were on because they're both plugged up, but at this point, that drywall dust has gotten into that motor. This thing does not have much long to live, and honestly, it's not worth fixing any much further than what I'm going to do with it. That's why I scrap a lot of vacuums. The cords on them and the motors on them are worth a good amount of money for scrap. They provide for entertaining videos of teardowns and stuff like that, and as of recently, some destruction videos. I don't destroy or scrap vacuums that are still good. Many of them I do end up donating. But these other machines that just have too much wrong with them, or they're just too gross, I've had the thrift stores tell me that even if they work perfectly fine and they come in dirty, they're just going to get rid of them. It's really unfortunate with all that plastic that we generate as a society. We can't really recycle it, but motors and cords I can recycle just fine. Got some batteries I'm taking in too, but I try and recycle what I can, at least get some money for it. But you want to talk about cheap plastic crap that ends up in landfills? Vacuums are probably one of the worst offenders out there. With how much plastic is in these things and no real easy way to recycle it, it's just unfortunate. All this stuff, it's designed to last maybe a year or two, at least the length of the warranty, which most of the people who have a vacuum like this, they don't contact Bissell and try and get something fixed. They just go out and buy another one. It was $80, and that's what they rely on, is people just going out and not wanting to wait for a warranty process and just go get another one, rinse and repeat. It's not so much vacuums, it really is just the state of our society these days. And I don't see it ever changing. It's not going to change, at least not in my lifetime. But that's the world we live in now, and that's what we got to deal with. Stay tuned for more videos.